Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special Sunday edition to Restore Christendom.
Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday, January 4th. Welcome.
Yeah, we said the other day we would do some Sundays, and today counts as some Sundays.
Yeah, it worked out that we had time and, stuff to blab about.
Yeah, I go back to work starting tomorrow. I've been off since the day of Christmas Eve. So yeah, I don't know. I figured may as well just hop on to end the little mini vacation of being home
Yeah,
for almost 2 weeks.
yeah,
It was wonderful.
it was pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, not wonderful for my wife, but it was wonderful for me. She had to be here with me.
That wasn't an issue.
Why is the Rumble not coming up? I'm gonna have to.
I don't know.
I'm sorry if you're chatting on Rumble, guys. This. I hate this new app we use for chat. I wish we could just use the regular old Chrome extension,
Oh, yeah,
but they stopped supporting it, so you can't.
yeah.
I got to use their stupid thing. Oh, hey, there we go.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, Ginny's in the Rumble chat. I have that pulled up on my phone. Good
Okay.
evening, Ginny.
Evening, Ginny.
Hello, dear.
I will see if you chat now. It finally started working.
There we go. It's populating everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, we noticed on Thursday we didn't go live on YouTube for some reason. I don't know why that happened like that, but it did.
It
My
could.
apologies to anybody who would have watched on YouTube.
Yeah, that's okay. You can catch it on Rumble, though. It went there
Yeah, I went there and X.
and on X, yes.
It was just YouTube for some reason. Weird. Anyway, why are we here tonight, Emily?
I have no idea, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Why are we here, Tom?
To chat with the homies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're I mean, there's nothing special planned for tonight. We just figure we get in here and usually you guys steer the conversation somewhere with some comments, but also just to remind everybody that it is still Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It is still Christmas. Tomorrow is the 12th day of Christmas.
Yes.
I know everybody's familiar with the song, but nobody has any idea of what 12 days of Christmas are.
When that is or
Christmas
what it
Day
means.
till January 5th is the 12 days of Christmas. And then January 6th is Epiphany, which is the day the Magi showed up.
Yes.
And it was revealed to the Gentiles that the
They have
Christ is here,
salvation now.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got Epiphany, which is an octave like Christmas, 8 days, but it's also within Christmas tide still.
Mm-hmm.
And Christmas tide runs till the purification or Candlemas.
Candlemas, yes.
So, historically, traditionally, Christians have celebrated Christmas from the 24th until the 2nd of February.
Yeah, Christmas Eve to February 2nd instead of this.
Yeah, November, whatever the secular world is doing nowadays with November all the way through until New Year's Day,
I
basically.
was going to say, I think it goes pretty much Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving.
What used to, now it starts like the day after Halloween.
Yeah, some people, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I mean, myself included, but Christmas lights were up all over the town by the second week of November.
Yeah, that's true. Before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
most of them were up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some still were up this week. I kind of figured that everybody would be taking them down this weekend.
Yeah, most of them are down when I ran out to the liquor store today. Most were down.
Yeah, our neighbor was taking his down yesterday.
Yeah, our tree will stay up until Candlemas.
Yeah.
I may take the outside lights down, but the inside will stay decorated until Candlemas.
Okay.
And yeah, I have reasons for that, but nothing to do with not wanting to leave my Christmas lights up.
Yeah.
Just the ones that got the bulbs keep going on those old C9 things, and like it's just like let's just take that down and retire it. I got all new lights for next year.
Yeah. Well, and also February 2nd is pretty close to due date, so
Yeah.
the last thing you want to do is for me to go early and then us have Christmas lights up until who knows when.
Yeah. So while we sit around and chat about things, I'm gonna drink some scotch.
Oh yeah, I
went out,
grabbed a.
Went out today and got something I've never had before. It's called the Famous Grouse. It is their smoky black blend. I don't know anything about it. It's a blended scotch, which I don't normally drink. I normally only drink single malts.
Yeah.
So, but I figured I will crack the bottle open for the first time and give it a try here.
See what happens.
Oh, that's not bad.
It smells nicer, but it's got I know it's gonna have that bitter bite to it.
It's gonna have that whiskey barrel flavor to it
Yeah.
that you don't like.
Yeah.
Same reason you don't like the barrel aged Malort.
Ugh. That's all right. I'm a girl. We're not supposed to like that stuff.
Right. You're not supposed to like Malort either, but
Well, I don't know. I'm a trash person.
all right. So yes, we've got
The trash person in me that likes Malort.
we've got some of the famous grouse scotch here.
And I'm sipping on third trimester tea. If you know anybody who's pregnant, I don't have the brand of it off the top of my. I think it's a Earth Mama Organics. It's actually called third trimester tea. And it has like a blend of herbs that's supposed to help with the muscle pain, and everything that comes with your third trimester. And it actually is helpful. So if you have anybody that you know that is pregnant, get them a box or 9 of these.
And yes, Jenny, that gross bourbon flavor is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
It is less pronounced in scotches and stuff, but there is always a hint of it, that aged in those barrels. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna let that sit there and linger for a minute.
And you can try it.
Yeah, let it set for a minute, let the ice melt a tiny bit. Put some little water to take the bite off.
Oh, so we I guess it wouldn't be a Sunday without talking about mass. Today
Not bad.
we went up to
LaSalle.
LaSalle for the Latin mass.
Yes.
Um
As we stated we would for the month of January, is attend only the Latin Mass in our diocese.
Yes.
Which is up in LaSalle.
Yes. And I didn't say this earlier, but I'm gonna say it now. So we get there, we're a little early, we're just kind of chilling. And then we see a priest that is not the normal priest. And for a split second, I was like, no, it's the first Sunday Novus Ordo in Latin. No, was the thought I had.
They don't do that there.
Well, I was fairly confident that they didn't, or at least it would have been notated somewhere and we would know about it. But that's what I was thinking, because down in Springfield, you have that one particular priest who offers the Latin Novus Ordo, but he also will do a regular Latin Mass. But I thought for a moment that that's what was happening today.
Gotcha.
Turns out that the regular priest that does it
had to be with his family for something. I don't know. That's all they told us.
Probably just to have his Christmas break.
Yeah, most likely.
Everybody else gets a few days to go see their families. He probably was like, well, it's close enough. I'll go.
Yeah.
Take a couple of days and spend time with family.
My first thought when he wasn't there and it was somebody different was like, oh, damn, somebody reported him already for that perfidious Jews comment last week.
I don't think so.
No, I'm just saying that would be my first thought.
Yeah, that would be a concern to have.
Yeah.
But yeah, then after Mass, it turns out that someone was at the Mass that knew us.
Yeah, the couple we talked about on Thursday, that the gentleman reached out to me. Turns out we live in the same area. We messaged back for a little bit. I let him know we were going to be there. And he was like, oh, yeah, we go for the third Sunday, the high Mass, so we'll probably see you then. And we left Mass today, and we're in the car. I took my suit jacket off, took my tie off. I'm in the car, getting ready to back up, and this guy's like knocking on the window. I'm like, put down the window. I'm like, hey, what's up, bud? And he's like, hey, I think I just talked to you on X. Yeah. And I was like, yeah. So I got out of the car because I didn't want to just sit there and talk to him through the window. Like,
right. I stayed in the car because I'm a turd.
Yeah, it was cold. But yeah, I got out of the car and talked with him for a minute. It was nice. I was really happy to meet the guy, to be completely honest.
Yeah. It's a nice little family.
It is a nice little family. A little older than I thought they would be.
Yep.
Judging from the picture, and I thought they'd be like younger Zoomer Catholics.
I was expecting Zoomers, man.
But they're closer to our age.
Yeah, they are closer to our age.
But yeah, nice family. Two kids, a son and a daughter. One on the way, apparently.
Yep.
And yeah, just a wonderful family. Like I look forward to maybe possibly getting to know them better.
Yeah.
But that's because, like I said, that's the whole point of a Catholic community being in a parish is other real Catholics.
Right, other families.
That's what we want to be around, other people, other Catholics that are not only Catholics but Catholics who take their faith seriously.
Yeah.
Because that's how you grow and that's how you stay in check.
Right.
If you're hanging out with Catholics but they're not acting very Catholic, they're going to drag you down with them. Always works that way.
Yeah.
Always works that way.
Yeah.
I attract a certain type of people, and they and I always go down with them. Not all the way down.
No.
Like I don't take a fall with them for prison wise or nothing like that. I usually stay far enough clear of that stuff. But always leads me down a wrong path to things I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a magnet for that kind of nonsense.
That's all right.
You've seen it in the 10 years.
I have.
Anytime I happen to make a friend, it's just like it turns out like, oh, they're sometime a criminal.
Yeah. But they're usually the fun people.
Yeah, no, they're the I guess I don't know.
It's been a minute since
I don't want to say they're the good criminals, but like they're not the horrible criminals.
In the hierarchy of bad guys, not so bad.
Yeah, they only
low level.
Well, it also they only do crime towards other bad guys. They're not out there harming innocent people.
Right.
They're not out there doing anything to innocent people. They're
messing with other bad guys.
Yeah,
that's true.
So at least that's how I always told myself to make it seem okay. Really messing with other bad guys.
Everybody knows the rules of engagement. We all know the rules of the game we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody gets caught off guard. Yeah, that's a decent enough policy if that's the lifestyle you're gonna have. But yeah, it was nice to meet them after Mass. Looking forward to bumping into them again, and maybe having a little bit more time to chit chat because they were, they got 2 little ones trying to wrangle them into car seats, and it was cold. And
yeah, and honestly, we kind of rushed out of Mass because one was cold. 2 was different priest. I would have stayed a little longer and chatted with Father Gardner had he been there.
Right. Yeah.
And I honestly wasn't expecting to see. I didn't even think to stop and look for them because I was expecting to see them in 2 more weeks.
Yeah, on the 3rd Sunday.
Yeah,
we were gonna be looking out. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And the priest that was Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, we didn't even really put an announcement we were coming on, Ginny. We just popped in. We're always happy that you're here.
Yeah.
We don't need anybody else, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, we're fine just hanging out with you.
We're just hanging out with Ginny tonight.
I'm sure Not Nice Guy will notice that we're live and send everybody over here when they're done.
Yeah, whatever. Or people will catch the replay, or nobody will see it at all because it was a non-scheduled and we don't even have anything to talk about. I just wanted to go live.
Yeah. Well, we have that new intro that you wanted to.
I got new old intro. I don't know if you guys recognize that. That's just the Nephilim Murder Crew intro with the name changed.
Yep.
Which is basically what the show is now. It's just a Nephilim Murder Crew with the name changed.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to change that up a little bit because it was a little more serious, that intro and the pictures and the thumbnail at the church and all that, because we decided the time to take a step back from things to we were just doing mass readings and kind of talking about things inside the church, like mass stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly differences in masses. So, because like I said, we wanted to take some time to just be Catholic before we came out and really tried to give opinions on anything that we might not really know anything about, because we just,
didn't want to be talking out of our butts.
Yeah. But like, we are,
oh, well, thanks.
We're kind of at the point now where I feel comfortable touching on some things.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that, and it will make the show a little more lighthearted and a little more like it used to be.
Relatable, yeah.
A little more like it used to be.
Open for everybody to hang out.
Yeah. So I wanted to just the old intro, the more lighthearted, like this is it's kind of like we're in a serious spiritual fight, you know what I mean, with the knights and this, but also like let's be a little lighthearted with the upbeat music and the
remain joyful in the process.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So anyway, so that was my thoughts behind why we went to that other intro thumbnail setup to why we went back to this. Like I said, which is the exact same picture and music from Nephilim Murder Crew. We just changed the name on the picture to Restore Christendom. On both of them, the thumbnail and the intro. So
it works.
Went back to the old school. The old new boss, just like the old boss.
Yeah.
New boss, same as the old boss.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
All right. So how was your mass today, Emily? Since you brought up going to mass, other than meeting the family, was a low mass?
It was nice.
It was our second low mass in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was nice. I was able to get some prayers in.
Mm-hmm.
I
really wish I had my Blessed Be God book with me right now, but anyway.
If you had a better wife, she'd waddle and go get it for you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, like we've talked about before in that book, it's got like pages, a few pages of prayers that you say during different parts of a low mass.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there and I did every single one of them today during the low mass. It was nice.
Yep.
I actually felt like I was doing something.
Right. Yeah. Actually offering something.
Yeah, like I was bringing something to the table at mass for once. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought about doing the old lady just pray my rosary thing during mass, but I was like, nah, let me do some. I'll wait to do that at a low mass. Let me get a few of these under my belt and
right.
get some of these prayers in, and then I'll just
Then
sit
you
here and
changed
do
up,
my
play your
rosary.
rosary, do your prayer. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Now Tuesday we will be going to a high mass in Springfield.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know I said like I'm going to go to LaSalle for the month of January, and I am on Sundays, and we did go on January 1st because they had a mass for the Holy Day of Obligation for the circumcision of our Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not having a mass there on Tuesday, probably because Father Garner is out of town.
Yeah, probably.
But they're not doing an Epiphany Mass on Tuesday, so we're gonna go down. Sacred Heart in Springfield is doing a 7 p.m. Missa Cantata, sung mass, high mass,
Mm-hmm.
for Epiphany.
Yep.
So definitely go down and check that out. One goal this year, because as we've stated many times, we are at this point fully devoted to living the preconciliar Catholic faith,
Mm-hmm.
the same Catholic faith that our ancestors had, the Latin Mass, the Vespers, that kind of thing. I lost where I was going with that.
Oh, because we've decided that we're gonna do that.
Oh, so anyway, yes, thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
since we've decided that, like, I feel we have to make all the holy days of obligation in the old calendar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, so we still have to make all the holy days of obligation in the new calendar because that's what the church requires now.
Right.
So whether I'm following new calendar or not, technically I'm bound to that.
Yeah.
But also the ones that they don't observe anymore, like Epiphany on the 6th,
Right.
and things like that. I will be making sure I attend mass that day.
I think that's
yeah.
fair.
Well, so it's one of those things. So, and I'll get into this a little more on Thursday's show because I have kind of a show planned for Thursday actually with a topic or two to talk about, and this will be part of it, but also just as a little teaser there. So the church has the power to bind and loose on earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's given it. You are Peter, rock. I give you the keys of the kingdom, which you bind on earth are bound in heaven, which you loose on earth are loose in heaven. So the Catholic Church has the power to bind and loose. They can say you have to observe these holy days, and then they can change it down the road and say, okay, now we're observing these holy days.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, so as much as I disagree or don't like the USCCB and all the things that they do and promote, when they say these are the holy days of obligation in the United States, these are the holy days of obligation in the United States, and I have to attend.
Right.
Now, if they say that former holy days per the 62 Missal are not mandatory anymore, I'm still going to
still choose to go.
I'm going to make sure this year that I attend those. Because, like I said, it's part of that living that Catholic faith.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason the calendar was the way it was back then
for all those years.
Yeah. So I'm going to celebrate that calendar completely and just hit the couple holy days that are required outside of the 62.
Because there's a lot of them that overlap. A lot of them are the same.
We got rated while I was talking.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How doing? Yeah. There's a lot of them that overlap, and there's only like a handful of them that not that there's like a ton of holy days of obligation. I think there's only like 3 of them that aren't the same.
Right.
But they're in my opinion big ones. And it's not that we don't have an Epiphany in the Novus Ordo calendar, because we do. That was this Sunday.
Yeah, we hit the vigil mass yesterday for that.
Yeah.
Good evening, Xerox. Well,
hey,
everybody
Xerox.
showed up.
What's up, everybody? How doing?
Yes. So for those of you that all just showed up, we don't really have a topic or a plan tonight.
We're just hanging out.
We're just hanging out. Today's my last day before I go back to work tomorrow after having almost 2 weeks off since Christmas Eve. So, we said we would do the occasional Sunday show, and this is an occasional Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of here hanging out. If you guys got anything you want to talk about, throw it in the chat. Maybe I'll go over some of JC rage bait that he sent over if we have time, if I feel like it.
There you go.
But yeah. And we maybe we'll all touch on and get everybody's feelings on this whole Maduro thing, even though we don't really do politics. I don't know. That's what everybody's talking about today. It's crazy.
I don't know. I haven't looked that much into it. I know that El Presidentes are free.
Yes.
Trump has one El Presidente. That's about all I know about it.
Right.
Wait, are you not doing Sundays anymore? No, we are not doing Sundays anymore.
We're not doing regular Sundays anymore.
Yeah, we're switching over to Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Central, and the occasional Sunday.
Yeah, when we have the time.
Oh, Eucharistic miracles. That would be a cool one to go over.
That would be a good one to talk about. That would take a little more research on my part, but
shout out Carlo Acutis.
Yes. Yeah, it is probably fake and gay, and who cares? I don't know. I have this. I have this like sneaking suspicion that something big is coming, and I don't know what it is. I feel a heavy presence.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that is. I don't know.
I don't know who you're gonna rate on Sundays now. That does kind of change the format of your show as well.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Womp womp. Our apologies. I guess the thing that is weird to me in all of it, and you mentioned this earlier, is that that we just like kidnapped him.
Yeah, it would have been a whole lot easier to just kill him.
Well,
could have been a whole lot less risk, a whole smaller team. We could have got in there, we could have taken him out. But we took him for a reason. He's got information. I don't know what the reason is, but you don't just kidnap. You know what I mean? You don't put that kind of effort into kidnapping a guy that you could just kill.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because there's a handful of other people that we've taken out over the last 10, 12 years.
Yeah, and we just kill them.
That we just take them out, and we don't have any questions for them because they're no use to us. So just you're better not existing anymore. That's the way to solve this problem. But it also.
Yeah, that's always been my motto: is just trust in the Lord and everything else will work. That's so we don't normally cover anything political in the show because there's nobody politically coming to save you. This is a spiritual battle at this point for sure. But I feel like this, for some reason, I just feel like this has some kind of implication in that spiritual battle.
Right.
What it is, I don't know. It could just be nonsense too. It could all just be a distraction. It most likely is a distraction. But I don't know. Something in the back of my mind is telling me this is a trigger for something, and I don't know what that is yet.
Yeah.
Usually when stuff like that happens, it's not to our benefit.
Well, and the fact that there's reports being made that they didn't tell like any Democrats about what was going on. It was like a small group of people that knew what was up. And then after the fact, everybody was able to find out. Because, how many times has something been foiled or gone wrong because somebody sends a text or an email or a phone call or so that was. It's odd. It's one of those things where I'm like, it's probably just better to, not have them alive, but we got them, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that has something to do with it too. The Jews are definitely involved somehow. I know this, which is why I'm super uncomfortable about. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it feels like something big is. And yes, the tiny hat people are definitely involved somehow.
Yeah. Well, and there was also a Catholic mystic. I don't remember her name at this.
But that is also a big thing: is the wars and rumors of wars. Like I said, it feels like something's leading to something finally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every other thing that always felt just like a distraction or a nonsense thing or a whatever. This is somebody's personal vendetta. I don't know why somehow, as I've been just kind of thinking about this, it seems like something bigger. And like y'all say, wars, rumors of wars. There was a Catholic mystic that prophesied about it starting in Venezuela.
Yeah.
So who knows?
We'll see. Well, I mean, and that's kind of all we can do is just kind of like wait and see what happens.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's my church warden. Yes,
Oh yeah. If you do the smoking pipes, check out Catholic Pipe
Catholic
Company.
Pipe Company makes these. I bought this from there. Like all my pipes come from Caleb over at the Catholic Pipe Company.
Yeah, I don't blame you for wanting to forsake politics. It's just it's one of those things where it's like an endless well of anger and confusion. And without, I'm not going to say self-discipline and discernment, but kind of without self-discipline and some discernment, it's hard to not end up at despair.
Yeah,
You know, when you kind of like bathe in it and hear it all the time and try to keep up with everything,
yeah.
it's a lot, you
Emily
know.
knows I used to eat, sleep, breathe politics.
Yeah,
I was so libertarian, so into politics as most people who libertarian are.
right.
And yeah, and just I one day was just like, you know what, this is all nonsense. There is absolutely no political solution to any of this. You can't vote your way out of this. This is a spiritual problem.
Yeah.
And honestly, and until the not just the country, but at this point, the world, until the world comes back to their senses and to God, it's not going to get better. And I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, because that's the biggest that's the big kick in the nuts of all of this is that it boils down to each individual person making that daily choice between am I choosing God and what he wants for me and what he expects of me, or am I choosing the world and what they want and what they expect of me? And that's every single individual, all 9 bajillion of us on the planet.
yeah,
You know, and until 8 bajillion of us of the 9 are like choosing what God wants every day, then it's just going to be
yeah. Now there's another.
dumpster fire.
Occasionally the two paths do kind of cross when it comes to politics and the spiritual war. And I don't remember who I got. This is not my original thought.
Yes, JC,
What's that?
we've addressed that before.
Oh yes, we have addressed this before, JC. Yes, I used to be very much a Clint. I used to be super Clint.
Just without the stale hot dog water aura.
Right.
He's got some riz.
Yeah. So I don't remember who I stole this line from, but if you look at the immigration problem, which most people will tell you is a political problem, it's this party wants this, and this, you know, the Democrats are importing votes, and you know, but then you also look and it's far worse in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the statistics too, you know what else is far worse in Europe? Abortion. So 50%, over 50% of all pregnancies in Europe end in abortion now. Over 50%. So essentially, what I see happening here is nature hates a vacuum. God hates a vacuum. If you're going to abort all of your children, guess what? I'm gonna put a third world Islamist in place of every one of those children you abort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a punishment from God for aborting all of your children. For every kid you abort, I'm gonna sort of Muslim. And the same thing can be said here in America.
Yeah.
And it would also explain a little bit of why the numbers are so askew. Like our immigration is probably closer to 30% or so of our population, the amount that we're killing in abortions.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Europe, it's over 50, and you're seeing that.
Over 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like some of it is, you know, legit replacement theory. But then the other part of it is like they wouldn't be replacing us if we were self-replicating.
Yeah, I see it as a punishment from God.
I mean, well,
I know somebody else made that point, and I'm just stealing it from them, and I wish I could give them credit. But I hadn't thought about it that way until I read that. It's like if you look at the numbers of Muslims coming in to the percentage of Western countries that are aborting, you know, the percentage of pregnancies that end in abortion in Western countries, it kind of lines up.
It lines up, yeah.
Kind of lines up.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I did not realize. I always thought abortion was a American problem. I knew it happened in Europe, but I thought it was few and far between. I was shocked to find out that the numbers are so high in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, we exported that one real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The world nations are feeding farms like minor league baseball every 20 years. They bring in people who grew up in complete shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Um, yeah, and the feminism is clearly without God. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree with that. Um, yeah, the feminism, the communism, all that stuff's there's no God in that. Uh,
Sorry, I was getting hot. I had to take off my hat.
well, and not only do they work for nothing and can't bitch to anybody, they also come from countries where like there's no sense of morality. I mean,
Yes.
there is, obviously, right? Like you stone women because they didn't put on the mailbox, but like they don't think that it's wrong to scam people. Like the do not redeems, right? Like they don't think that that's wrong. They do that to their own countrymen. They do that to the guy 2 towns over when they haggle over pricing and stuff, or when they, you know, uh, yeah, it's just their behavior, their culture, and then you bring that here, and we exploit it. But then also they have no problems exploiting us. Um, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, part of the third world problem is we did go in and blow everything up.
that doesn't help. That doesn't help. Oh, what's her name? Uh, I know what doctor lady you're talking about. Um, Abby Johnson. Is that her name?
I don't know. Is that the one who's now a Christian content creator?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's her story or not. I haven't looked into her story because I don't care about her at all.
Yeah, she was like some super abortion doctor. And then ended up having a couple of her own children and was like, this is kind of probably wrong. Maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. And then, switches over to grift with the evangelis and, well, I wasn't, you know, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, right wing. It's just two wings of the same bird. Um, one destroys their country, the other one brings them over to ours. It's how it always works.
Yeah.
Just like when Israel was destroying Palestine, they wanted to bring all the Palestinians here. Like no, like if the other Middle Eastern countries won't touch them, why would we take them?
Mm-hmm.
I mean that was the same problem in here we go getting kicked off of YouTube and whatnot. That was the same problem with the Jews in World War II. While Hitler had to put them in camps because nobody else would take them.
Yeah.
He just wanted to expel them.
He just
Nobody would take them,
right.
so he had to put them in camps.
They got to go somewhere.
And then the Allies blew up the supply lines. There was no food to feed them. They all starved to death, or died of typhoid.
Yep.
And then the Holocaust narrative comes from that.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's same thing. Like hey, we just want to expel them, but nobody will take them. So what do you do at that point?
Give them their own nation and bankroll it.
Yeah, apparently, and then let them rule the world.
Yeah. Well, they're God's chosen people after all.
Yes, I agree. We do need to have a good old fashioned crusade. We need to go back to the kingdom of Jerusalem. This Israel bullshit is no good.
Yeah, that's yeah. And I mean, and it doesn't help that they've got
Holocaust.
yeah, right, exactly, Holocaust. Um yeah, it doesn't help that they've got a lot of the it seems like almost every single American denomination is super sold on God's chosen people.
Well, because Israel infiltrated the Christian faith.
And I know that, right? We
They've infiltrated the Catholic Church too. We all know this.
Yeah,
I mean
they made
that's
us
who
change
hijacked
it.
the liturgy.
Yeah.
We all know this. If you don't know about it, go watch something from Father Maudsley. He'll tell you
Right.
all about how the Jews subverted the Catholic Church, and they're the reasons why we have the liturgy change.
Yep. Not only was it their subversion, but then it's also other people who
Well, it's not really a crusade if you don't take out the Eastern Orthodox while you're at it, just for funsies.
well,
No, I'm just kidding.
ideally we would repair that relationship.
And then we'd all crusade together.
We'd come in.
But every time we try to crusade together, somebody turns on somebody. It never works out right. But here we are. We're 1,000 years past all that. So maybe
I was gonna say
maybe now we could make it work for
I
once.
feel like we could just do a solid handshake. Uh, we can't turn on each other until all these mofracos are gone, And I think like a gentleman's handshake, we could do it this time.
Yes, I think we could band together Xerox and just yeah, it's getting pretty close.
Yeah,
Honestly, if we called a crusade, it would probably help patch some of these relations.
probably.
Common enemy and whatnot.
Right.
Such a strong and in your face common enemy.
The Catholic Jew turns on the Orthodox Jew. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. That would be how it goes. Um, well, and that's the thing is like we have a decent enough coexistence right now.
Or we should at least. There's no reason to not.
I don't think that, to my knowledge, there's no active beefing other than like.
I mean, online. There's the online Ortho Bros versus the online Catholics, and that's nonsense. 'Cause that's the same thing as online everything argument. Like none of this is real life, guys.
Yeah, they wouldn't say that shit to your face.
Um. Anyway, yeah. We're not here to talk about all the ins and outs of the Catholic and Orthodox issues, but yes, I agree. There should be no animosity there at this point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of got to be like Christians versus everyone else.
Right.
Like that's the.
Like I'm not even interested in arguing over who's the original and who's the schism. It's like we're both parts of the original church with valid whole. Like it's a proper apostolic succession. It's just you're both you're both the original church.
Yeah,
so
we're the
just
only two that haven't let the women in yet. So like we gotta stick together.
Yeah. Well, besides that, it's like we're both the remnants of the original church. You gotta. You gotta just stop with the nonsense and at least coexist.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Which I mean, there's been a couple of meetings with Pope Leo and the leadership of the Eastern Orthodox, and it seemed civil. It seemed to go well.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at, Arcane. It's Christ versus those who hate Christ.
Yeah.
It's the simplest way to put it.
The Christians versus the Antichrist. Which the Antichrist isn't like one particular person. It's the mentality of.
But you also got to be, it can't just be people like, oh, I believe in Jesus, so I'm on your side. Well, it's like, well, no, you clearly don't believe in Jesus if you're pro LGBTQ nonsense and you're pro trans and you're for all the stupid nonsense the world is for. Then you're clearly you can say you're Christian or you're with Christ all you want, but you're not.
But yeah, you're.
So you've definitely got to filter out the.
You might be with
bullshit.
him, but I don't think he's with you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the only way to get all that stuff out of everybody's brains is to do an EMP and survival of the fittest, and go back to writing things down on paper, and get rid of all the mass information and mass formation psychosis and colleges and groupthink and all that stuff. I don't have time to round everybody up and beat it out of them.
Right.
Womp womp. That's my solution for everything. Round them up and beat it out of them. It shouldn't take much.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you.
It shouldn't take much. But, Geneva conventions and whatnots.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck Geneva conventions.
They're a good enough suggestion.
I don't know, man.
Some of them are
international law only goes as far as you can enforce it.
That's true. That is true.
But just like at the International Criminal Court at The Hague, America has the Hague Amendment, meaning that if the International Criminal Court were to ever try to press charges on any American,
it's over.
It automatically triggers an attack. There's no questions. There's no, do we want to do this? It literally automatically triggers an attack on Brussels and The Hague.
Yeah.
So there's no.
Yeah, we make the rules here.
Yeah, so it's not like you have to worry about war crimes because they can't prosecute you because if they tried, it automatically triggers an attack on them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a law. It's written in law. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well, I guess that's why old Donnie went and got himself a El Presidente.
Yeah, no, if we're all crusading, we don't have a lot of time to argue with each other. I agree.
Right? I agree with that. Solid. Yeah, it's really hard to run your thumbs when your hand is stuck to a sword from blood.
Yeah, yeah.
Might have been a little too graphic, but we're talking about the Crusades and whatnot.
Yeah, if Netanyahu gets subpoenaed, then they just kidnap Maduro. Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best deal. But yeah, so I don't know. There's no such thing as war crimes for Americans, as far as I'm concerned. So do whatever you want,
Yeah.
as long as it's in the crusading spirit. Right. You gotta. As long as it's in the process of taking back Jerusalem and the holy sites, then there's no such thing as war crimes.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do.
Just getting the job done, boss.
Mhm.
Sounds good to me. I'm not going to be fighting in it or involved in it. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The Geneva suggestion. That's what
Right.
they should call that. It's yes. It's the rules for people who are less powerful than us. Is what that should be.
Yeah.
Like there's certain nations you're just never gonna, like Russia. You're never gonna enforce international criminal law on Russia.
No.
It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna enforce international criminal law on the U.S. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna enforce international criminal law on China.
I was just about to say China.
Yeah, everybody else, they're fair game. I guess you could throw Israel in there because America won't let them do it to Israel. But the second America decides to step back,
That we're done with it.
yeah, then they got,
Then we can just bust.
But
out
they
the
are nuclear
stack.
power. They have nuclear. That's the thing. If you're a nuclear power, then you kind of can get away with it because,
I'll just hit this button.
right, you've got that deterrent.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got that deterrent. So
What a tangled web we weave.
yeah, yeah. We got Jude on the dictator. We wanted gone. Yeah,
That's the thing that kind of like makes me a little uneasy because we do have the Jewess running Mexico after all of her um all of her opponents wound up dead.
right, right.
Sad day for Mexico. Like 50 of them died, but no questions. And then if Venezuela
Venezuela.
gets a Jewess running it, um that's not so good.
Next, they're gonna take out the Colombian president and put a Jewess in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. That seems to be the pattern of behavior, and I'm not.
Right. Yeah. I'm just noticing. I'm not pointing at it. Just noticing.
It's not. It's women leaders are a punishment.
Yes.
And also, those are not Jewish nations. You don't really even have a populace that you're representing. There's really no reason for you to even be in that country.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's not a.
I also find it quite hilarious that the same people that not long ago were throwing all this fits and protests about no kings, no kings, no kings, all of a sudden are in the streets marching to free a dictator.
Right.
Yeah. They never released the dictator. No kings, but released the dictator. Like
somehow it's different.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
It's not the Orange Man.
Right. No, I know. I just thought that was hilarious.
Right. Yeah, a guy who'd been running the country for like 20 years with an iron fist.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I do find it awful disingenuous when you have people like Tucker Carlson getting on and being like, well, Venezuela had no central bank and Venezuela was against pornography and against homosexuality. And it's like, well, yeah, just because a horrible dictator is socially conservative in ways because it helps him be a dictator better, it helps him maintain control, does not necessarily mean it's a good person.
Right.
Like I agree. No country should be involved with the IMF and and any of that stuff. Porn should be illegal and all that, but it doesn't make him a good person. Doesn't make him a
give him good guy points. He's still negative on good guy points.
Yeah, he was still murdering Catholics left and right in the country. So
right.
I just it's ridiculous when they start doing this. Well, he was a social conservative. It's an IMF thing, and it's like maybe it is, bud, but that still doesn't make him any better of a person.
Right.
Like I said, the guy killed, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of Catholics or whatever, because that's the first thing dictators do is they try to get rid of religion
Yep.
because you can't have somebody higher than him.
Nope.
If you believe in God, then you're subservient to God, not to him. So you have to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
They would have killed him. But that's the thing is like, would they have?
Yeah.
I
I don't.
mean, in a country like Venezuela where,
I mean, look at Fidel Castro. He held on the Cuba for how many years, and he was not a great guy.
right. Well, and it's kind of I guess it's a little bit of the well, I'm not the target, so it's okay. It's kind of like America. If if we had any nuts, we'd have revolted back when GW sent everybody to the sandbox for weapons of mass destruction that didn't fucking exist.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean? Like
America should have revolted several times now.
right, and if it wasn't then it should have been, when Obama did his Affordable Care Act, or it should have been when Biden locked us all down for germs that didn't exist, that came from a lab that we funded.
Right.
We've had plenty of our own opportunities to take out the dictators,
Right.
and we haven't because it's not so bad.
So the whole still propped up by America anyway. Yes, Maduro was propped up through different points in his time, and so was Chavez before Maduro by the American government, by the CIA for
When they're
needed-
useful,
when they're
yeah.
useful. Yes, and that's one of the reasons why I think he was captured like this and not killed. I think, and I don't know, but I have a feeling they're going to try to play this Democrat money laundering election stuff through Venezuela and have him named Democrat. I don't know what the plan is here, man. Either way, it's all a show. It's what they want you to know. You know what I mean? Like it's all part of the game. We're gonna kidnap him, then we're gonna have him rat on the, and it's all kayfabe. You know what I mean? And it's gonna show. We're gonna put on TV him turning on them, and we're gonna arrest these people. Nobody's really gonna go to jail. But we're gonna tell you they did, and it's gonna be some crazy thing, and everybody's gonna think they're making out like a bandit, but we're gonna get screwed in the end again. You know what I mean? It's a false. I don't know.
If we get out these guys, then we can put other people in that are on our side, but just as bad. But they're on our side.
Yeah, we're gonna be oppressed in a different way. I don't know how it all ends, but that is one of the thoughts that kind of went through my mind. Is they're gonna try to tie him to Democrats and money laundering, election interference, USAID stuff. A lot of the bad stuff was getting funneled through Venezuela. I think that's the route that they may be trying to go here, and why they captured him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. But again, like, what kind of thing does that trigger off in this country then? Because you've got, it's.
I mean, we just had
40% of the country are these revolutionaries that want, you see them marching in the streets right now to free Maduro. You know what I mean? Like, something's going to pop off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you actually start arresting politicians, and I'm not saying we shouldn't, but I'm just saying if you do, things are going to pop off. Things are going to pop off fast.
Might activate the crazies.
Yeah. And I think that's just what they're, it's going to activate this color revolution they've been working in. It'll probably launch it quicker than they wanted, and it'll get stomped out quickly, but how much damage will get done in the process, I don't know.
Well, maybe it'll be another summer of love.
Right. Yeah, everyone is soft, slow, and out of shape and scared of everything, so I hear you.
Yeah. Ooh, we probably do need a JC Rage video.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some protestia video about some nonsense priest.
Let's see what we got. Let's check the mailbag, shall we?
Okay. Mail call.
I don't know. Usually say things like I don't care, but I kind of do. Only a tiny bit.
Okay. So yeah, here's some good rage bait. Israel destroyed the mausoleum of Simon Peter, Apostle of Christ, in the village of Shama in southern Lebanon. 1925 to 1995 years old. Christians of the world wake up. Yeah, no, this is more Jews shelling churches and destroying our ancient sites.
Yeah, because if there's no architecture, then there's no history. Then in 100 years, we don't even know that there was a mausoleum of Simon Peter.
Right.
200 years, we don't know. 300 years, we've completely forgotten about it.
Yeah. That's another one of those things that irritates me. One of the common myths is like, oh, the Catholic Church didn't want you to know about the history and science and math, and they went and destroyed all the books in the libraries and the things. And it's like, no, the same thing that's happening today is exactly what happened hundreds and thousands of years ago. The leftists, the progressive, the Enlightenment people come in and destroy everything.
Yep.
They try to erase everything of tradition and start something new, so you have no idea what actually came before you.
Yeah.
And it's the same shit we're seeing now with the left, and it's the same thing they've been doing for thousands of years. It wasn't the church trying to suppress information that burned down libraries and stuff. It was It was the French Revolutionists. And it was, I mean.
And it's not Tartaria and a fucking mud flood, okay? Okay.
Yes.
It's not that either.
Right. But no, it's always the progressives. It's always these days it's the Marxists. In the earlier days, it was the Enlightenment from the French Revolution, where they tried to change it to 10-hour days and all kinds of
and before that, it was the Ottoman Empire, the Mohammedans, the just take over, and if a building gets destroyed in the process of conquering a people, so be it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, the first place we went in Iraq,
it was the museum. Why? I just, it seems like that's the thing they always try to blame the Catholic Church for is the thing that they're doing. It's deflection. It's the same thing they do nowadays. They say, oh, the Republicans are trying to prosecute their political rivals, where that's because that's what they were doing for years. Not saying that the Republicans aren't going to do that too, but I'm just saying, like, it's always that projection.
Yeah, what I say of you is true of myself.
Right.
And guys, they canceled Columbus. They pulled down statues of Robert E. Lee. You know what I mean? Like, they actively did this to us in the last 10 years.
Right.
We watched it with our eyeballs, them trying to erase and rewrite history.
Right. They're still doing
it. So that way they could put up a statue of freaking George Floyd. So that way they could put up a statue of Jimi Hendrix. Not knocking Jimi Hendrix or anything. But I'm just saying, like, they'll take out old stuff, poison your mind on it, tell you it was terrible and wrong, and don't you ever worry about this again. Don't worry. No, we're erasing it. The smear on our history is gone now, and we'll replace it with something nonsensical. But if you take a people's history, you take their cultural identity, because sure, you could make the case that Americans don't really have a culture right now. And
right now, right.
To some extent, I agree with you. But places like Iraq, places like Venezuela, places like Lebanon, they have a culture, and it's wrapped up in this history. They've been in these places as a people for thousands of years, at least 1,000 years. And so if you destroy their history, you destroy their culture, and then you destroy the people, and you can conquer them, or you can replace them, or you can remigrate them, and they don't have anywhere that they belong. They have no sense of individual identity. They're part of the whole, and then you end up in this globalist, everybody's a nation of the world, or
right.
a citizen of the world type of crap.
Yeah.
All my homies hate the Ottomans.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Oh, here's a good funny one.
Oh.
This will lighten the mood. Another one from old JC there. Let me.
Oh gosh.
All right. Yes, it's mega church is doing everything but helping people. What is this nonsense? Look at. Is this supposed to be Christmas?
Yeah.
People realize Christmas is about the birth of Christ, right? Not about elves nonsense.
Santa's little helpers.
Magical creatures that fly from the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the most nonsensical. And this kind of leads into another thing that we've been talking about, not on this show, but we've been talking about lately because it's been in the Catholic spheres. All these Protestant, non-denom evangelical churches all close the Sunday after Christmas,
Yeah.
like that week between Sundays and New Year's.
Mhm.
Like, why? We're celebrating Christmas. We're celebrating the birth of Christ.
Yeah, but they want to have it off so that way they can be with their family and go out of town, and they don't have to. They just get the one weekend off a year.
I guess, man. It's just nonsense. Like, we're not going to church because Christ was born. It should be the opposite.
Well, in their defense, a lot of them have started doing like Christmas Eve services.
Yeah,
So,
and this is what you get at a Christmas Eve service. It has nothing to do with Jesus.
I mean, I hear you.
Santa and elves and snowmen and nonsense.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, it's all their shit's nonsense. Their Bible's nonsense. It's gutted. It doesn't have the good stuff in it, and then it's also refinagled to give you a perspective of nation state being chosen people. So like
Right.
the whole thing is curated, and then not only is your belief system curated and made especially to propagandize you and get you to vote harder and be fine getting taxed to death. Um, then it's flashy lights and music and confetti and
People swinging from the rafters on cables. And
right, yeah, cable rigging and it's like you're at the filming of a Marvel movie. It's all this.
yeah, no, it's ridiculous nonsense, but I don't know.
It's a big production.
Yeah, I mean, they don't, and again, Protestants don't care or have the theology of the birth of Christ actually being December 25th, and
That's true.
Epiphany and the
Yeah,
Magi
they'll
showing up.
argue. They'll argue that his birthday's in September,
Yeah, no,
even though it's backed in. Like the reason, my understanding, just Emily's understanding, the reason that we have it as December 25th is because we take Elizabeth becoming pregnant with John, and then we compare that to when Gabriel tells Mary, "Your cousin Elizabeth is with child."
right. Then you add 9 months to that.
Your cousin Elizabeth is 6 months along in her with childness. And then also, if we go back to the story about Elizabeth, her husband was in the temple making sacrifice, providing worship, and they didn't do it every Saturday, my boys. They did not do it every Saturday back then. It was very specific days. Very specific days. So based on the fact that he's offering sacrifice at the temple, she gets pregnant, and then 6 months later, Mary is told. So then we go, you're comparing those two things, and then you go 9 months from that, and then you're at December.
There's other, I don't remember it all. There's plenty of other.
There's like 6 different things to
Right,
piece
but
it
there's a
all
reason.
together.
Yeah, December 25th was picked by a reason in the early church, like 2nd century.
Yeah.
And I know the Orthodox go like January 5th or something, 6th. But again, they use a different calendar. We go by the Gregorian calendar. They go by the Julian calendar.
Yeah.
So there's differences there, and like split hairs over a week. Like we've narrowed it down to a window.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Narrowed it down to a 12-day window.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So they don't really believe in Christ's birth actually being on December 25th. It's just something that we celebrate. Most of them think it's a secular thing.
Right.
Most of them don't even realize that this has been going on for millennia.
Right.
But yeah, it all leads to why that they don't really take Christmas seriously. Never have. Even though they put stuff up in their house, like growing up, my mom, love her, but super evangelical, mega churchy.
Mm.
We always had this big thing, "Happy Birthday, Jesus," set up around Christmas time.
Yeah.
We never went to church on Christmas, did we?
Right.
No, you know what I mean. We didn't go to church for like the 3 weeks section there, because we just didn't do church those 3 weeks. It was Christmas time. It's time about yourself. Like no, it's about God and Jesus, and it's not just Christmas. There's Christmas, and then the Holy Family, and then the feast of the Holy Name, and the circumcision, and then Epiphany. Like it's all these feasts in the short window of
all these big events that are like we talked about this Thursday. Did we mention it? The circumcision, the feast of the circumcision. Like that was like the first time that Christ shed blood for us. Like that was prefiguring his time on the cross. Like he's 8 days old and offering blood sacrifice for us.
Yeah, okay. So I knew it was mainly just a calendar difference. It's the 7th, which is the 25th, and
Right. Yep.
yeah. So I thank you for clearing that up, Xerox. I'm not so up to date on my Julian calendar stuff. That is another thing that makes it tough for complete reconciliation with the East is the differences in calendars.
Hmm.
Neither one can change their dates for various reasons.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and it doesn't help that the Catholics have essentially 3 calendars running at the same time.
right? Yeah,
You know, you got the
yeah,
pre-55, the 62,
yeah.
and
Well,
then
technically,
the
you're supposed to be running off the new 2002,
right.
but which is just an update of the 69 when they introduced the Novus Ordo.
Right.
But yes, there are plenty of Catholics like us that run off the 62 calendar. There are some Catholics that run off the pre-55 calendar. But you've also got like the Byzantines.
Hmm.
You've got the Eastern Catholic rites, the Byzantines, the Maronites, and all those that some of them run on the Julian calendar with,
Yeah.
a lot of our Eastern Catholic rites are just what used to be Orthodox Eastern churches
Hmm.
that decided to come into the community of Rome, but they got to keep all their own.
All their
They got to keep,
everything.
yeah, they got to keep their liturgy, their feasts, their calendars, their, you know.
Yeah.
So
Which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool. It's nice of Catholics, Catholicism as a whole,
nah.
Mother Church.
According to Xerox, they have some of the same problems we have with everybody using different calendars and
Right. Yeah.
yeah, it's a mess right now. So pick one and stick with it, man.
Yeah. I'll agree with you, Patrick. If I showed up on a Sunday morning for church and the doors were locked, I would never go back. Um,
Yes, Byzantine Empire, proceeding on to what we call Christendom, is what I would consider the millennial reign as well.
yeah.
I don't think it's a coming back like a lot of evangelicals think about the rapture is going to come, we're all going to go away, then the battle's going to happen, and then we're going to come back for 1,000-year reign. Like, no, I'm pretty sure the 1,000-year reign was Christendom.
Right.
It pretty much lines up. So
Yeah.
the whole world was Christian at that point.
Yeah. Fire up
So,
the time machine.
yes. But yeah, I agree with you. Byzantine Empire into Christendom was by far had to be, in my opinion, the millennial reign. But that's just because I'm Catholic and I don't believe in a rapture and all that nonsense.
No.
So anyway, with all that being said, we're at an hour. I think we've had some
Already
fun.
at an hour?
Yeah, we're already at an hour, and like I
Yeah.
said, I do have to go back to work tomorrow. So I think we are going to call it.
Okay.
What do we got here?
There's too many Christian statues, paintings, writings about Christ in the old.
But
I don't think the millennial reign
it's literally 1,000. I agree with you there too. It wasn't the Christendom wasn't exactly 1,000 years, but either way, millennial reign happened. It was the bright point in human civilization,
Yeah.
and that's been declining ever since.
That's the kind of the takeaway I have is that it was pretty good when everybody was Christian. When
Yeah.
the majority of the world was Christian, when we had finally gotten all the heathens to give up their heathenry, and kind of just sure, keep some of your shit, I guess. Whatever, it's your culture, that's fine. You can keep some of it, I suppose, but a majority of it needs to shift.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then after that, it goes way down.
Yeah, Satan always inverts the good. It's how he tricks people.
Yep, that's true. Germany has more castles
Yeah,
than us McDonald's.
yeah. There's a lot of castles in Switzerland too. When we were there. There's a lot more than I expected. I didn't expect to see so many castles in Switzerland. There's a ton. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yes, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us on this kind of unscheduled Sunday. So these will be few and far between. I maybe once or twice a month. But we will be here every Thursday, 7:30.
Yes.
Or at least one of us will be. I will be once the baby's born. I don't know if Emily's going to make every show.
We'll see what happens.
We'll find out. Maybe there'll be a good baby. Just sleep all the time. We can just sit it here on the side of the.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Or bouncy on the bar.
Yeah, yeah, we'll find out. Um,
If that happens, I'll share pictures of it with you guys because that would be hilarious.
right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, well, just trying to adjust and keep the show rolling, so that way our routines don't get completely messed up and you guys don't have to go without because that would suck. Um, I mentioned it on Friday. Morning crew. We will not be morning. We will not do 6:30 a.m. I will do it after my appointment. I don't know what time I'll be
Oh,
back
you have an
home.
appointment. That's right. You have an appointment
Yeah, I've
Monday at
got my
8:30,
9
9.
a.m. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be home by about 10:30, 11.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, we could do one episode, but then I like reality checked myself. I would have to be like off air in the car by like 8:15, and I just do not have the discipline to right to get out at 8, change, start the car. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah.
We'll do mid morning crew, and we'll watch some more Landman
Okay. Okay.
if that's anybody's jam.
I'm gonna pull up the other
Oh,
video.
pull up the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you do that. Uh, Speaking of morning crew, we watched it was like a mini series, and I want to say it was from like 2010 maybe. But it was called Pillars of the Earth, and the basic theme of the show is a cathedral is being built in peasant Europe, way back in the Wayback Machines, like 1080, not 1080. I don't know, 15 something, whatever. They're just building stuff. And uh, it there wasn't any like amazing technology. The aliens didn't show up and teach us how to carve stone and stuff. It really just was an endless supply of dudes who had some skills who thought it was worth it to give glory to God with the skills that God had given them. And what else am I gonna do?
And none
I'm
of them would
gonna
live to see the completion of these projects. They
right.
all
I'm
took
gonna
300,
I'm
400
gonna
years.
I'm gonna herd pigs and I'm gonna plow fields, or I can just stand here and freaking chisel rock for the next 15, 20 years. Whatever. Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
Um, and that's really just that's how all of this was built. It was just dudes who knew that they wouldn't see the end of it, but all contribute to it. And then they'd die, and then some, like their son would take it over, or a new guy would wander into town and be like, I could do that. It was just an endless supply of dudes who wanted to glorify God because God was good to them. There's no magic technology.
And no one makes mistakes. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know how it all goes, and that's one of those things I don't try to focus on too much.
Yeah, right. People did everything for the
Glory
glory of
of
God.
God, it built different. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the horse and buggy days.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on some of this stuff. I just don't have the answers.
Well, as far as like the flaws go, you find those in the process, and sometimes the shit falls down. Sometimes the buildings, like I had an idea and it didn't work out and the roof caves in. You know what I mean? Like that happens. Um, but it's a slow process. And they didn't have building permits. They didn't have inspectors. They didn't have I got to go check with the city council to see if I could do this. You know what I mean? Like, and the guy who owned the quarry, the king or whatever, he wanted the cathedral built just as bad as the guys building it wanted it, because he wanted to be in good favor with God because he was a turd because he was a king. So like it was a whole different mindset back then. Like
Yeah. No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Everything's too perfect, and I don't have answers on that. I agree with you. It seems odd to me that like the perfection of statues and all that stuff. I don't have answers, and I don't. It's something I don't want to speculate on, because when it comes to um things like that, the glory of God and the churches, and I don't want to speculate. I'd rather just, it's a mystery. As in other, like, there's lots of things in Christianity,
that you just kind of it's a mystery of
especially in
faith.
Catholicism and Eastern Orthodox, especially in Eastern Orthodoxy, but also in Catholicism. Some things are just a mystery that we don't know, and
We don't need to know.
we're not going to find out until we're dead.
This is where the sometimes the evangelical.
Well, I completely understand the precision. I completely understand it. I, like I said, I don't have answers for it, and I wish I did, and I don't like to let my mind wander because, yeah, like you see, copper chisels couldn't have done it. I agree with you. It's one of those things. It's a mystery that I will find out when I meet my maker.
Yeah.
And I just, I I don't like to speculate on things like that.
Me, on the other hand, I'm just like, no, it was just regular dudes who knew what they were doing.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I've been to Europe as well. I understand. That's why I said I don't know. I don't have answers, and I don't want to have. I don't pretend to have the answers, and I don't want to speculate on things of that nature. It's one of the mysteries, as far as I know.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is like that's something that's the evangelical types get sort of right. Is their faith alone? Do I think it's faith alone? No,
No,
I
but
don't.
sometimes you just
But
gotta have faith in a mystery. Yeah,
right. You just have to have faith that, like, okay, I don't have to understand it. I believe it.
it's like the Trinity. I'll never fully understand the Trinity, but I believe in it. You know what I mean?
There's a young man on the YouTubes who is a stonemason who has kind of carved a niche for himself in restoring old churches. I don't know his name. I don't know anything more than the fact that he puts out videos of him starting with a brick, a chunk of something, and just his chisel and his hammer, and then it turns into something completely else. So,
yeah, I don't know. Anyway, as I said though, we're gonna call it a night. I got to get up early in the morning. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it, and we will see you all on Thursday. So God bless.
God bless you all.
And have a wonderful evening.
Be safe. Make good choices.